Well, today is really about energy transition and other societal transitions and gathering some new inspiration to keep fighting for the good cause.
A lot of people are doing really cool stuff, and when you're able to tie in the cool stuff that everyone's doing, new ideas emerge.
We thrive in communities, so we need communities to go further, and that's what we are doing here.
To solve like a master jigsaw puzzle on the road to a very ambitious future.
Of course, I'd like a just, sustainable transition for all, and we're very far away from that.
And I do think that when we look back in 20, 30 years, there's not a lot of left of the old system.
We say, okay, well, we need to invest, I don't know, 80 billion in the grid. I still don't understand why that thinking is still prevalent.
You know, we have a lot of rules, but then instead of like pushing it to the maximum of the rules, we stop at 50% or maybe even earlier, and there's so much more possible than we're doing today.
Already on a small scale, we prove that the new system is so much better in every way. All that we need is the change to get there.
It's not only energy, it's on any level that you can think of.
Complete system change to something decentral, renewable, and financially available for everyone.
What makes me happy in a day like this is that we have a gathering of people that are inspiring by themselves, but by putting them together in one room, magic happens.
It's very important to be here on a day like this because we all get drowned in the everyday stuff.
So unless we now imagine what a new future looks like, what are all the different pieces in the system, what are the innovations that we need, we're going to go into a very bleak future.
Nature has given us everything that we need, and this is such a big lesson that we are learning now and that we need to learn to be able to coexist on the earth.
We want to move away from fossil fuel, and fossil fuel is at this moment, fossil energy is 80-90% of our total energy system. We need 80% of new energy. So we need to be way smarter. We need more local solutions, local generation, local consumption, local management systems. And we've heard a lot of pitches today about pieces of the solutions to that puzzle.
We're really great at doing pilots in the Netherlands because they're kind of safe and contained, but actually taking that to the next level, that's often where it's lacking.
Technically, everything's possible, but if we don't rewrite the rules of our economy and the institutions, it's going to be really difficult to actually accelerate the technological change we have, and to do so within the planetary boundaries.
And we use rules and we use all sorts of other things as excuses not to act, but there are no excuses at all. We should just go, and we can go.
If we're only, nerding alone in our rooms, then there's going to be a point where you're going to lose faith. But by doing it together, we reinforce each other and we really magnify the power, the momentum that brings us together for that big change.
If you want to create something really ambitious, it's all about surrounding yourself with the best people, and they're all here today.
I think the breaks are the best part of the event. People really meeting up, making connections.
What I thought was the most interesting thing about today was to really listen to the panel about how the festivals are making a change. In a small sort of festival settings, we can rewrite the rules of the economy. And I was just like, this is so cool.
What I hope that we can use festivals way more than we do now, in the way that it's kind of a micro-society where you can actually see glimpses of the future that we actually want.
If you have an innovation and you can really test it in a real environment and see what's happening, then you can learn a lot from that before you scale it up to broader society. I think it would be amazing if we can see it in a more holistic way, instead of just only that one topic that you have to focus on.
But you have to start building, and you have to do it together with your community.
Every day is becoming more financially attractive, and there's going to be a really fast pivotal moment where every single decision will be for the right system. So it's a matter of patience as well, and then boom, we have the exponential stuff.
I think it's really about learning everything that we're uncovering on that journey and incorporating that into what we're doing rather than being blind.
If we can establish that joint vision of where we want to go, and then all the solutions on how to get there, then we can really accelerate that transition.
All types of value that you can imagine are created through energy. So if we can connect to that abundance of energy, then we can free the people. Power to the people, literally. I very much look forward to welcoming the Synergy community to our upcoming hackathons. I really want to invite you to be part of the Synergy hackathons that we are organizing. If you're a breakthrough innovator, if you are an investor, if you are a partner that really wants the systemic change. And it's going to be more than one. We're going to do 3 in the next year, and all of 3 of them are going to be in collaboration with a music festival and making use of the infrastructure of these festivals. So it's going to be prototyping, rapid prototyping in a living lab environment together, and it's going to be a feast.